This is Chris from Truth to Power, and you're watching Good Company.
My name's Scott Bowling, and look, we have Truth to Power all here.
What's
Chris,
up?
what's up?
What's happening?
Yeah. Yes. Chris, you've been on the show how many times?
I think three times now.
Yeah.
That's
You
awesome.
get an
3.
award.
So
Yeah.
it's a blast every time I've been on the show.
I grew up with Chris, man. He was always someone I looked up to playing music, man. So it's really cool to have you here.
I appreciate that.
Who's your
Likewise.
band?
This is Butch. This is our drummer over here.
Nice.
This is Gabe. He plays guitar. This is John. Also plays guitar.
Truth to Power. Look at this. We got. This is your. Is this your album cover? Or is this for the?
It is.
What is this?
Well, this was going to be the album cover. We ended up changing the logo around, so this is the cover for the single release, and it's also on the Spotify. If you are looking for the music on Spotify or Pandora or anything, that's what you'll see.
So you guys are. How do you describe your sound? Like, what is the sound? What do you guys sound like? What's the genre?
I would say thrash core. There's a little bit of breakdowns in there. It's not traditional thrash metal to where, you know, like Exodus and Metallica and stuff like that. So there's a bit of an edge to it, a bit of a toughness. And I think that just really, it just kind of brings out exactly our feeling behind the music. I think we're all in agreement in that. You know, it's thrashy, it's fast, but it also needs a little bit of punch to it, you know?
What do you guys do? How do you guys sit down and talk about what's this direction we're going?
A lot of it, really, it's organic, and it comes from, man, we got a hot jam space, and it just gets hotter and hotter.
Doesn't it?
Every song, and it's a sweat box. It's almost, you watch that Leonard Skinner
I was just
documentary
about to
on-
say that. Yeah.
It is very.
I was literally going to say that.
When
It's
I
funny,
watch that, it's like, yeah, man, that is exactly where we're at. But I think it shapes really what we're about and our attitude and just, you know, really working hard for getting those ideas. But once we all get in there, it just flows and it's magic, man. Yeah.
So you play guitar?
Yeah.
How long you been playing?
You know,
What's your name again? I'm bad with names.
I'm Johnny.
Johnny.
Yeah.
How long you playing guitar?
Been playing guitar probably 12 years, and I've just self-taught the whole time. Never had any lessons or anything, and I just.
Was this your style? Like, or you have like you know, what were you listening to?
I started off listening to like Green Day and stuff as a teenager, and you know,
me too,
kind of
man.
what everybody.
Dookie.
Yeah.
First album. Yeah.
First,
dude.
We love Dookie.
power chords and stuff is really like.
Dude, Dookie.
Yeah.
How many books you read? I'm just kidding.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna follow every interview with how many books you read. Let's start with Brandon. Yeah.
You could count on one hand, probably.
Me and him, I met Jonathan when I was maybe 20-ish, 21-ish, and he was, what, maybe 15 or so?
Yeah. I was a little goober.
And then fast forward, we were in a band called Call Me Ishmael. We played a few shows. Me and him both played guitar in that band.
Nice.
So yeah, we definitely go back. And me and Gabe were in Fast and Loose.
Bass player.
Yeah. And Chris actually tried out, and we were more into the 80s metal thing, so, you know, a big lion as this man is, you know, it was a bit much for what we were going for, but, man, I was in a band called Grudge Giver, and it was kind of on the way out, and, you know, I just called Chris one day, and I was like, dude, look, I play drums. I've been wanting to get back into playing drums and take a break from guitar, and I got 2 fire freaking guitar players, and he's like, well, I'll swap and play bass. I didn't even know he played bass.
Dude, he can
and
do
he's
everything.
so thunderous.
I didn't know I played bass.
Yeah. I mean, first practice, he comes in with a bass that's the neck is stapled together. And I'm like, dude, this is exactly what it is. And it sounded like he was playing through a freaking $1,000 bass. And seriously, wood staples through the neck.
Really?
Yes.
And somebody gave it to me like that, man.
Dude,
Oh, dude, that's
and I mean, I'm telling you, it just, the thunder that comes from this man's playing is absolutely
That's amazing.
mind-boggling.
How did you find out about Chris? Like,
Well, actually,
Ronnie turned me on to
Ronnie.
Chris. Ronnie from Down 85.
Oh, Ronnie.
Yeah. And
Ronnie.
he turned me on to Chris. I listened to the Stain stuff, and
I grew up on that, man.
yeah, man, really,
Massive.
Ronnie's always been an awesome supporter, and always just, you know, me and him have jammed and other things way back in the day, and I'm also
Networking. That's great,
yeah,
man.
and I play guitar in Down 85 too. Yeah, no, I do now currently. Yeah,
Dude, Jamie's supposed to be here tonight, man. That's awesome.
yeah. We I did a little bit of rhythm stuff on the new album, and the guys have just been great to me. I've been
can't
in
wait
there
to
about a
hear the
year
album.
or so. So
That's awesome, man.
but yeah, Ronnie's always, you know, looked out for me, and you know, anybody
Awesome.
I've been, hey, you got any musicians? He's the guy to send, you know, people your way. So that's how I met Chris. Yeah,
How long ago was this?
yeah, 3 years ago, man.
Yeah, it was because
Yeah.
you guys were looking for the vocalist, and I got there, and I like the idea, and I like the music and everything. I knew it wasn't going to be a good fit because I knew
Yeah.
where I wanted to be vocally.
Because it was 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
But I started working with some other material, and after I got that, kind of started in the studio and recording it and everything, I brought him in to do some guest appearances on the guitar. Because, like I said, I like the music and respect the talent and stuff. He's a fire guitar player, so I was like, I got to get him on this track. And so from that point, I guess we just saw what needed to be done. You know, they had.
Man, I just
they had
love the
lineup,
songs. I
and
became a
they already
fan.
have
Wait,
a
you
lot
guys
of the material,
recording at the
so.
same place? Like in
Yeah.
Cleveland? Is this the same place?
Not quite Cleveland, but close.
Yeah.
What's that?
Very, very
is that
close.
Is that Skits Mountain up there?
Dude, yes, that's my family lives there. That's wild, man.
Yep.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yes, indeed.
So
Yeah,
that's
so
where
it's
you do
beautiful
all
out
the
there, man.
recording.
Yeah, yeah, it's really
The
peaceful.
majority
It's a
of it,
small
yeah,
place, but-
yeah. Fast and Loose, we did some stuff with them, and then we branched off, did some stuff ourselves. The Grudge Giver stuff was recorded elsewhere, but it was mastered there. And then everything, Truth to Power, was recorded there. And I mean, I think it just sounds great. What Cody and Kellen are doing at the Maelstrom is wonderful. And if anybody needs anything recorded, I mean, if you're in the local Gainesville area, that's the people to do it with. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, so you can find them on social media and stuff.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram, all that.
Maelstrom Studio.
Maelstrom Studio.
Awesome studio. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
and Dark Cells Entertainment is the label.
How do you guys write a song? You guys have a few songs. Who comes up with the melody? Who comes up with the lyrics?
This man right here.
He's the boss.
I'll tell you what.
He is a songwriting master.
Man, so you won the jackpot, dude.
Yeah, he's Master Splinter, man. We're just the turtles.
Splinter,
We're
dude.
just the turtles, brother.
I'm a Turtles lover.
Yes.
I really get a lot of inspiration listening to the other guitar players' work. You know, if I've got a piece of a song, I used to put it down on a scratch track at the house on a computer or something, right, or record it on my phone, and then I would have it. But it's you know, it's going through my mind all morning until I can come up with the right piece of music that goes with it next, and until the progression's formed all the way. You know, I don't have to sit with it so much. I'm like, hey. I got this much of it, man. What's next? And he's got it covered. So, and I also can kind of lean on them to pull in, you know, lead parts. I've never been much of a lead guitar player, you know, with the solos and stuff. I never really chased it. I never really, I never felt like I needed to do that.
Man,
I
it's
felt
a
like I
chase.
needed to be the rhythm, or in this case, I needed to be the bass. You know, so even when I'm writing on the guitar, it's really just a bass line I'm writing on a drop D guitar.
Yeah.
So it really opens up what I was already kind of doing, what I was rooted in. They just come on top of it and make it sky high. So, yeah.
That sounds killer, man. I love the song in the video. Holy crap! Who filmed this video? Omega, right?
Yeah.
Josh Thompson.
So
did
that
that
looked
one.
really good, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Man, we did that.
Talk about a
and
sweatbox, man.
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah.
it was
That we
jeez.
rented out an abandoned school.
in the middle of summer.
It's like College Park area.
Yeah, was it?
And you know, it was a little sketchy of a
Scary.
place. Yeah, that kept you on your toes a little bit. But honestly, that in my entire music career, that is probably the hardest I've ever worked at. That's the first video I've ever done. I think I probably played that song 20 times that day, and ended up getting sick after it was all done because it was so hot, so brutal, and the lights were just, I mean, unbearable. But man, we had to. There was one. Seriously, it come out from like the wall, and it was this little box and had 6 plugs on it. So I mean, time's ticking, you know. And me and Daniel, he helps us out with stuff. He was the vocalist in Fast and Loose. Bolt it to Home Depot, get just a insane amount of drop chords so we can run through this place. The place is huge.
Okay.
And we wanted to do 2 locations. So, yeah, it was such a scramble. And we only had 5 hours to do every bit of that.
Oh,
And
my God.
Josh is an absolute beast of a cameraman. And
Do you have a crew? Like, how many people are...
He had one guy.
it was him, one guy, and it was one camera. One camera. So yeah, all the angles, man. We did it constant.
So everybody sweats. I get this. I'm a drummer. You're a drummer.
Oh, yeah.
Drummers sweat more, right? I mean, it is. You have.
There was no
nuts.
water poured on heads. It was sweat.
Dude, I played a gig one time. It was so hot. I got done. My arms were red. It was like I was just rashed out. Like,
Yeah.
Just like I need
Oh,
some
yeah.
gold bond.
That's a drummer's
Flags.
best friend.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. It should be an endorsement for everybody that plays drums.
Next video should be in the winter.
Right.
You should
Yeah.
do a January video.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the plan.
Exactly.
Yellow
And then
flag.
we'll have something else to complain about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Be wearing gloves. Look at this. I got this picture of you guys jamming. Is this how you guys practice?
Yeah, we were writing a song that day, actually. That's the inside of the studio and the label where we're at Maelstrom at Dark Cells. And yeah, I'd just come up with a little bit of music, and I was slinging it to them, see what they got out of it.
He's very big on the acoustic thing, and I like that.
I love that. That's
He
cool,
approaches with an acoustic guitar, and then,
Oh, dude.
you know, they gather around with electric. I took that picture because they were so in the moment, and I was like, yeah, we gotta get this just as a photographic memory moment.
That's a great, man.
And yeah,
that's awesome you did that.
And what a great place of work. It is. Things flow out there, man, because it's very. Everything seems very organic, you know. But yeah, man,
I love that starting acoustic, man. You can tell it's a good song when you can start
Yeah.
acoustic. And
Exactly.
build
That's
up.
how I learned all of the material Chris wrote for us.
Oh, is it?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Do you show Chris like guitar ideas and stuff, or you know?
He'll play a riff for me, and then I'll bounce back with ideas that I kind of hear in my head with it, and that's kind of a little bit of the writing process. But yeah, we just kind of start with the bass riff and just work on it.
Yeah, man. I love. I was listening to you guys on Spotify, and it's hard to pick. How'd you pick out your single Omega from the other songs? Because I was listening to Trigger, and I was like, dude, this song's sick. That could be the single too, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I call it single, but like, is it hard picking like a video? Like you're saying, what song are we gonna make a video for?
Actually, I actually put it up to them. I said, we're going to do a video for something. What should it be? You know, and Trigger was really my first choice too, because I used this guy from this kid from the Let There Be Rock School in Gainesville,
Yeah,
Jackson
Kyle.
Price. You know, it says it's featuring Jackson Price on there.
Oh, cool.
Kid's a 15-year-old. It's the first time ever been in the studio, and he was in Maelstrom studio, and he had such a good time, and it was such just a good experience seeing him work.
What'd
And
he
he's
do?
just firing a microphone. Yeah, he was
that's
doing
cool.
backup vocals on
Oh,
that song.
nice.
So, and he sounds a lot like me, so you got to listen, but you'll be able to tell where he's
Yeah.
at. He has like a whole chunk of the song on the microphone at the end of the song.
Uh-huh.
You know, so I would really like to do that, but I want to wait a little while before we bring him back in. Let him be like more of age, so he can.
Mm-hmm.
His dad had to come to the studio with him to record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
He did a great job.
I do want to pull him
Yeah.
back in and work with him some more.
Oh, you should, man. You
Yeah.
guys gonna do another video? You should do it for Trigger. I do whatever.
Well, we
man.
have
Yeah,
something
bring
upcoming.
songs.
We've got a live video in the works. And
Hopefully, it's going to come out.
yeah, we've got plans for another video and a documentary. A very
Oh yeah, documentary.
yeah,
was
it's
gonna say
gonna
that. That'd be
maybe
cool.
25, 30-minute short documentary.
So you got somebody filming while you guys are recording?
Well, yeah, we will. Definitely working on the new stuff with all this lineup. Because, I mean, you think the original stuff that's out there was just Chris and Cody and Kellen, and then they hired Kendrick from Violent System to do all the drumming. And so, like I said, they wrote all that stuff and brought all that up. We joined in, and now it's time for us to go cut our teeth, you know. And that's, you know, kind of what the documentary will be showing, you know, footage from that and, you know, the new videos and all that. So it's going to be a little compilation of what we got going on.
Oh, I love that, dude.
And Josh is doing all the work on that as well.
That's so cool.
And look out for Josh Thompson, man.
Josh Thompson.
He is very, very, very good at what he does. Yeah. It's J Thompson Media, I do believe is his Facebook.
Isn't it funny? It's all about social media. So it's
It really is,
it's
man.
Who's your bass influences, man? Put it on the spot. Who's your favorite bass player?
Gotta be Cliff Burton, man.
Ooh, that's a good
be
answer,
Cliff.
man. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So do you play with a pick or with your hands?
Well, in this I'm playing guitar.
You're playing guitar. What am I
Playing
asking
guitar
you
in
bass?
this.
You're a bass player, man.
He's the bass. He's
Right.
the bass master.
You know what?
He
I'm
just
just
blew my
checking
mind
you,
because
man.
I'm like, I'm glad he had. If he'd have just asked me that, my mind just went blank.
We're playing that. We're playing that.
Right?
We've all been in so many
Hey, you look
different
like a
things,
bass
so-
player, man.
Yeah,
I'm just
man.
saying. Yeah,
I'll slap the bass.
yeah I like the slap of the bass, man.
Yeah.
Okay, good. What's your favorite guitar player?
Man, it's got to be Van Halen, man.
Oh,
It's
there
got to
you
be
see,
Eddie.
there you go, man.
It's got to be Eddie.
And he knows how to play that stuff too. No joke.
Look at this, man. Who takes your band photos, man? This is tight.
Josh Thompson.
Thompson.
He's the man, man.
He is the
Where
man,
he? He
brother.
should be here.
I'm telling you, he is the man, bro.
This looks great, man.
We did that in a parking lot,
The old Sam's
Yeah.
parking lot in Oakwood.
and he turned it into that.
yes.
Yeah, he turned it
Yep.
into
What
that.
is that now? It's like a.
It's like a
medical
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Corporate
We just showed up. Cops driving by. You know, we're out there looking like a bunch of crazies.
Yeah,
Taking
they're like whispering to each other like
pictures in the
he's not going to come
middle of
over.
the
He's not coming over.
Cops aren't
No, yeah.
Dude, we're not doing nothing wrong. He's not.
coming up with the story to
Yeah.
tell these guys. So, you know, they're like,
Chris
you
looks
cannot
like
be here.
Chris could be in susuicidal tendencies.
Exactly.
Eyeball me
Exactly.
too. You
Yeah,
know.
they were, man.
Yeah, man.
Those other guys are
You look
cool.
like
but him-
security for those guys.
His eyes are actually cut looking at the cops pulling.
Yeah, there you go.
I think you're right, man. I think he's right.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta talk about your jacket next.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, what's your favorite patch on this jacket?
Oh, man, there's so many. I'm going to have to say I think it's down here, my Lemmy.
Lemmy.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
yeah.
Lemmy.
the one on his butt.
It's, you know, it's got his birthday, his death date, and it's, you know, got the main quote from the Ace of Spades. Lemmy is my hero.
Is he?
I mean, just his whole documentary and all
love
that,
that
and
documentary. Yep.
how he did things, man. He didn't do anything to please anyone. He did what he wanted to do. And, I mean, you think about the impact that Motorhead had on everyone. I mean, Metallica to just name them.
Yep.
You know, Lemmy just, man, I'm telling you, what a beast. This tattoo's for Lemmy and a buddy of mine, Tony Mo, that passed away when he was 26. But just such an impact on me. And but yeah, everything that's on here is a big impact on me.
Yeah, man, you were talking earlier about Striper. I was like, there's
Yeah,
people that love
dude.
Striper, hate Striper. And
Yeah,
love
man.
Striper. I love the 80s things. Do you guys miss playing the 80s since Chris is too brutal for the 80s?
Eventually, maybe we'll touch back on that. I think right now we're very focused on this, and I think eventually, though, we might bring it back when there's a time and a place for it. Yeah,
That's cool,
We
man.
would just have to definitely get all the pieces into place because, I mean, honestly, people like to hate on hair metal and stuff, but when you're doing a show like that, man, it's rough. It's rough work. I mean, the playing and all that.
You're
keeping
right.
Everything.
You guys, and you don't play the tracks, right? I mean, you play, this is what you guys do is live.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Everything
A lot of the 80s bands play, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Like a little showmanship in the '80s music, you know.
Yeah. It is a big
Yeah.
show with that kind of stuff. But I mean, with what we're doing, I mean, we're in there, you know, trying to get the head banging on and all that stuff too.
Chris, how do you keep care of your voice, man, when you're screaming? Because I used to, back in
I
the day, I
know,
could do
man.
that. You know, I used to be in like, I can't do it anymore, man. Like I lost it. How do you, like, what do you do, man, to keep it going?
Honestly, if you warm up with just normal tones,
Warm up.
peaceful and calm tones, before you begin that kind of activity,
Yeah, man.
then it kind of prepares you for it. But it's not something that, you know, when I was a lot younger, I used to write out of an emotional content, you know, different shades of anger or frustration in my life, and then let the music kind of be the catch-all for that, you know, kind of the filter for what I was experiencing. But the place I am now, you know, I'm not really at a place where I don't understand things. You know, we lack peace in our lives because of lack of understanding in a lot of cases. So the more understanding that you have about things, the less angry you are about them, the more accepting you are of things. So,
Dude,
you know,
you're talking fast, but that's some deep stuff, man. That is really good,
so
man.
honestly, I just try to be as stable emotionally as possible because
Yeah.
it's not about being angry at the world, man. This is a sound of absolute victory, you know. So just, you know, warm up with just peaceful, monetary kind of tones, and
Dude,
and play the
me
music.
And Chris has grown up together, man. Dude,
That's amazing.
You
How long
were
have you
not
guys
that
known?
guy back in the day. This was awesome. This is Zen. Yeah. This is very like,
Liquor.
yeah, liquor. Do you guys play with other bands when you play live, or it's just you guys, or do you hook up with how do you guys? You just do live shows by yourself, or?
Well, actually, I think lately going to a few shows, that we were not playing, and meeting bands that we wanted to play with, and then we saw a show come up, and we've only done the one, and we got 2 more coming up now. Some of the bands that were already on that lineup, I thought we would go well with.
Yeah.
So, and then long term, we have some shows with some bigger acts. I think in December.
Yeah.
So
Toys for Tots.
So yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the Toys for Tots thing is a pretty big.
Yeah, November 12th is going to be at Atmosphere Atlanta. It's put on by Bo Keller at Furnace 41.
That's another festival, right?
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of
It's a
bands
big
on
metalcore festival. We don't know the lineup yet, but December 10th, it's going to be
Mosh for Tots.
Mosh for Tots,
Yeah.
us,
Great name.
Violent
Violent
System,
System's gonna be on that one,
Subdivisions, and they're great bands. And it's all for
hoping-
charity, and that's going to be at Sweetwater
Yeah.
in Duluth.
Man, I want to network
Degradation
with you
is good.
guys and try to hook you guys up with other bands too, man.
That'd be
really
great.
cool. Yeah.
We're down to play, man. Anywhere, anytime, as long as we can make it
really
in the
good.
schedule. We want to get the Truth to Power name out there.
Yes, dude. So you guys gonna upload any new music anytime soon?
Well, there's 2
Yes.
tracks that are in master right now, and they'll be dropping, I guess, whenever the label says. But they've been recorded for a while,
Talk
so.
about your label too. What's your label's name again?
Dark Cells.
Dark Cells.
Dark
okay.
Sales, yeah.
Dark Cells. That's cool.
Yeah, honestly, any time in my life, I did not have the support that I felt like I needed, like with Stain and some of the other times I've had bands together. Dark Cells has definitely provided that support. I have outlet there. They're available to
Great
talk to me about
communication.
ideas. Yeah, man.
sure.
They're down to earth people, so they tell me what's really going on, and I'm able to tell them what's really going on, and that helps the thing culminate in like a very concrete. The footprint is huge because
Yeah.
Dark Cells is in support of it.
Oh, that's so
It would
cool.
just be another, 5 songs I recorded, and you got a copy of it 20 years from now to show me, I still got this. You know what I mean?
Dark Cells. Show them some love, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
I met Cody and Kellen back in 2006. They were in a band called Horcrux, and they absolutely killed it. And I was in a band called Escape the Flood, and we opened up for them a few times. And then, that 2006, 2008 metalcore kind of dissolved. And then I got back in touch with Cody, and he's like, man, I'm building a studio, I'm starting a label. And then that's where it just continued. And it's, man, I mean, we're going on like
Man, you hooked up
15
some
years
good
now. I've
people,
known
man.
them
Yeah,
guys,
That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, it's a deep history, but it's very local to this area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. This is very important. I got the new Deftones beer,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
and I'm gonna share it with you guys.
Let's do it.
yeah, man.
Sorry, Chris. Chris doesn't drink. What?
He drinks
Ghost
with us
beer.
in spirit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spirit.
Lord. We're all gonna try it.
Yeah.
Better give Carl one. They don't cry.
Where's that fella at?
Get over here, Carl.
Hey, hand me my water right there. That's got chewing gum on top of it.
Nathan, you want one?
My water's right there on top of the bar.
Truth to Power needs their own beer, y'all.
Dude, we
that would be
do.
it.
Omega
Yeah,
Elixir.
don't tempt me, bro. I'll do it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Thank
Nothing. Yeah, that'd be cool. A
What we
Pilsner.
learned about today is nobody outside of here wants this beer. All right, man.
Fellas.
Fellas, this has been fun, man.
Yes, it has.
Truth to Power.
Thank you for having us.
Cheers.
Yes.
Ow!
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for being on the show, man. This is awesome.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see you guys live and see what's next, man. Man, all you guys are cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
man.
Thank you.
And thank you
guys.
for having us.
Hey, thank you,
real,
man.
For real.
Awesome, man.
We were real excited about this.
Hey, appreciate it. And now I know you're not the bass player.
That's right.
Dude, I so called you out the bass player. You look like a bass player. I'm not the bass player. Yeah, you are. All right.
Basically plays bass now.
Truth to Power.
Come check us out.
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah.